My friends are getting the latest iPhone, upgrading their cars, and seemingly living their best life. Here I am, pretty much thinking it's funny to do my budget spreadsheet. Sounds boring, right? Well, here is the thing. That boring life is actually the exact reason why I am on my way to retire at 50 and they are not. And no, this is absolutely not about eating ramen every day and not having fun in life. It's actually the other way around. It's about choosing freedom over flexing to other people that you don't even care about. And honestly, I personally have never been more happy. I'm Kevin and I managed to go from in debt to debt-free, and now I'm on the road to retiring at 50. So if you want practical money advice that actually works, that is no hype, please hit subscribe. So let's go straight into number 1. I used to do like everyone else. When the new iPhone came out, you can make sure that I am there ready to buy the latest iPhone myself as well, because I wanted it. My friends bought a car. What did I do? Well, I bought a car as well. And I bought a Volvo T5 upgraded package, really fast, really cool car. I loved it, but it cost so much money. And the weekends, Jesus. I don't know if you've been in Sweden before, but it's very, very expensive to go out on the weekend. It's not like being in a pub in the UK. All of this felt normal. But the problem is the stress that actually comes behind it. Because happiness doesn't last when it's like this. Because when you start feeling that money stress, you're not happy anymore. With all of your gadgets and all of the new stuff, you just see the payments getting bigger and bigger all the time, but you're actually not getting happier. So all of these rewards that I had, they came with credit card debt, they came with loans that I can barely pay off, they came on more pressure to earn more all the time, or I might not be able to pay this bill anymore. So for example, when I bought this big car and I bought all of these new phones and everything, they were all on a loan and I could barely pay them. And when the things broke, oh wow, then we're talking about big trouble. And you've probably been in the situation yourself that you can barely handle the payment when something breaks because you did not plan ahead. And that is why you're here, so you don't have to make these mistakes. What is the solution then? Well, you need to change your mindset a little bit here. So I want to make this very easy. So pretend basically that you have a little bag of seeds and you're gonna eat all of them. And you're gonna get some instant pleasure from eating all of them. Very nice seeds, right? What you can do instead is you can plant them and then enjoy so much more of them later while actually still keeping it. If you eat all the seeds, you don't have any left. But if you plant them, you'll get new seeds all the time, while you can also eat some. And this is where it clicked for me. Basically, every single impulse purchase was eating my own seeds. Once again. But all of the money that I could invest instead, that is me planting seeds, letting them grow, making money for me over time. This is how to grow wealth. And this is what I see now. It's so clear. And the key question to all of this is basically, what am I giving up by using all of this money? Well, I'm giving up my freedom. I'm giving up my stress. I'm giving up control. And I'm giving up not retiring at 50. I'm going to retire at 67. Or even older if they change the laws by the time I reach there, right? It might be 73 by the time I'm gonna get to retire. Being boring is not to deprive yourself of all life luxuries, right? It's about having a strategy, and that is what we're coming into, and that's why we're here. What are these boring money rules that I have that will actually help you build this wealth? Well, the first thing I do is that I pay myself first. So I pay my future self, really, already now. I'm thinking about what do I want in the future. The goal is 50. Right? Retire there. So what I do is that I make sure that all my money moves automatically every single payday into the accounts that it needs to go. Transfer it automatically into your investment account. Make it as easy as possible. Just have an index fund. Make sure it comes in every month and just let it be. Don't touch it. Basically, log in once a month just to check that it actually got invested and log back out because you don't have to touch it. You don't need any willpower because the money will go automatically. You don't have to think about, oh, maybe I should not save this month. I'm gonna keep it actually. Well, now you don't have to think about that and you just go for it. Because if you don't see the money, you're not gonna spend it either. And that is my mindset. So the next thing as well is a rule that I really like, and it's 48-hour rule. I have a few different ones depending on the purchases, but 48 hours is pretty alright. So basically, if you want to buy something unnecessary, just wait 48 hours before you make the purchase if you're not in a situation where you can buy it outright. Because if you just wait a little bit, you're gonna feel better because you waited, but also you might not actually really want this item. And most of the time you actually don't want it anymore. This is something that has saved me thousands over time, and I could spend that money on something else instead that actually gave me joy. So instead of buying these speakers that I want now because my friend had a good speaker, well, maybe I actually want to go on a holiday with my family instead. That's gonna give you so much more to have that money towards that instead of something that will just give you a little bit of satisfaction now, because the speakers you have right now probably are good enough. The next thing I do is that I track all of my money. I, for example, use my spreadsheet. It's free, you can use it as well. But here I put in my numbers so I know how much I'm earning, I know how much money is going out, and I know how much I'm saving. And after all of these things are put in, it takes 2 minutes, then I know how much fun money I have. This is money where I can spend on whatever I want. This is the money that makes you feel sane. It's the money that you can use to buy that coffee if you want. It's the money you can do to go on that extra holiday, go on the weekend trip, whatever you want. And if you don't have control of your money, you probably don't even know that this exists. That's why I'm tracking all of the money that I'm receiving. So it's not about removing loads of things. It's about, instead of buying loads of things, you buy experiences. You make your life full with the extra money you have. So basically you can live wealthy while you are trying to retire early as well, if you have a set up plan. You don't have to go and just remove loads of items from your life. So what is the real engine in all of this that I'm talking about? Well, it is your big friend, compounding. So when you invest your money, this money will just grow over time for you. You don't even have to touch it. And over time, it's just gonna grow exponentially. And if you just continue putting in all the time in all the ups and downs that the market comes with that you won't even notice because you don't have to check it, well, eventually you're gonna check your account and say, wow, okay, my money has actually grown a lot. And that's really nice, because compounding will reward boring people who are actually consistent, and they will actually get the nice fruit at the end. And if this video is helping you so far, please just hit like on the video as well. And I really appreciate you being here. Let's go into the next section. So this is section number 4. And this is basically, what does retiring at 50 actually mean? This doesn't mean that I want to sit in the sofa and do nothing. It's basically that I want to have more freedom. I want to be able to work because I want to. Maybe I can go and only work 2 times a week instead of the full week. Imagine yourself, what could you do if you only worked 2 times a week instead of all 5? That would make such a difference for you in your life probably. Please comment it down below in the comments as well, how this would have affected you. And this is how I see things as well. And it also means that it's saying no to panic about your life. You don't have to worry about that you don't have to live your life because you have so much time. Most people get to see 80 years old in good health nowadays. So why wouldn't you be able to? You can't go around thinking that I'm gonna die tomorrow, because most likely you won't. The thing is that I can do whatever I want without the time that I have now. And all of this is basically the FIRE movement that I've been inspired about. And that means just that you're financially independent and you can live out of dividends. And this creates that work will become optional. You can, if you want, to have 3,000 every single month coming into your account, but then you would need probably 800,000 in your account giving you dividends. Me, for example, maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500. That would be enough to support me to just stay afloat and work maybe 1 or twice a week. So my vision with this, as I said, I want to work less. I want to be able to learn a new skill. I want to just have a slower life and just enjoy it, and live somewhere where I can just enjoy time for a few months without having to worry too much. So choosing a boring life has actually been the most freeing decision that I have made personally. Real wealth is not to show off to people, all right? It's what you can do with it and how you can make your life more fulfilling. Every impulse buy that you skip will grow these seeds over time and make you wealthy and make you rich, and will make sure that you have a good future freedom ahead of you. So please comment down below, what are you willing to be boring for? I would like to know that as well. And there are actually a few assets that keep you poor and keeps you away from the goal of retiring early, and I have actually made a video compiling 5 of the big assets that people think are really good investment, but the rich pensioners never buy these things. So please look at that video next, and I'll see you there. Thank you very much for watching.